This week on the Movie Rebrew, Ben and Josh turn blue in the face.
And we went and saw X-Men Days of Future Past.
Back to the Future?
No.
It's the Movie Rebrew. Oh. Hello!
Are we on?
Yeah, welcome to episode 123. 123, Ben.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome to 123. My name is Josh Spicer.
And I'm Ben Harold.
This is the Movie Rebrew, the show that goes out to movies, and then we sit here and drink beers, hence the name Rebrew.
Sometimes we even drink beers before the movie.
Oh, yeah. That was probably a good call in this case.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
Another case of marketing genius.
Yeah. Well, no.
I don't know, man, because
This movie was heavily marketed in the States, more so than in Canada. Because the character of Quicksilver, I saw this the other day. He's like in Burger King ads.
yeah,
and
I
stuff
saw
like
that online.
So, I mean, I think they were even pushing it, and even at the end of Spider-Man, they have the little clip from X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean, they are really pushing it. They don't even really have to push it. This is a pretty good movie. It's way better than X3, better than First Class. Probably the best, in my opinion, since X2. And that was the second movie in the franchise, and this is like the seventh movie, if you include Wolverine. Both Wolverines.
Okay, the only reason it is so good is because they've done such shitty jobs on every other X-Men movie except for First Class. And
no, they did. I didn't think they did shitty. Like,
in comparison, I mean, because and for storylines in this one, throw away everything that the original X-Men did because you don't need to see any of those for this to make sense because they just throw away all the continuity, especially from X3. So like you said, this is pretty much it's a do-over and it's a reboot because they literally press the reset button on every character.
It's genius, actually, because like First Class was the reboot, and they could have just kept going with First Class. They could have just kept going with those characters, but I think what they did in order to kind of wrap up the movies from before and possibly bring back characters that, you know, aren't in the movies anymore, to keep that franchise going for a very long time. I think what they did is pretty genius. It's like like I said, it's like what Star Trek did with the reboot of Star Trek.
Yeah.
With the
or the Matrix.
Yeah, but
okay, so what about Xavier and Magneto being friends? They didn't like explain that whatsoever.
How they're friends?
They didn't explain that in anything. Like
in the first one, they did. They were friends in First Class.
Yeah, but then they at the end of that movie they weren't friends.
They're still not friends.
No, I'm talking about like in present time because in every movie of the present X-Men, they weren't friends.
Well, I think they realize. Yeah, the thing is, the present time of this movie, which is the far set future, there's a lot of things that they don't really have to explain because it's so far in the future, you just kind of go with it. Like, what I don't get is how Wolverine plays into it, because you saw at the end of Wolverine how Xavier and Magneto both confront him at the end and say, "We need your help." That's still in, like, this...
but how does
present time.
How does Xavier play into this? Because at the end of X3, he dies.
But now he's back.
It's playing out exactly like a comic book where they just don't explain anything and they just kill off characters and bring them back and there's no apologizing, there's no nothing. And it's the first time, like, honestly, that's why I say do not have to watch X1, 2, or 3 in order for this. You can watch First Class because they seem like they want to, you know, spend more time with those characters and they like the younger characters better than the newer ones, which honestly...
Yeah.
I thought they were better anyways.
It's almost as if they forgot about X3, but just parts of it. You know, they still remember that Jean Grey died. They still remember that Cyclops died. They still remember all this other stuff, but they tend to forgot that Xavier died, and he's in the movie. And how Magneto lost his powers, and he's in the movie.
And he has his power. Well, no, at the end, they did the whole Inception thing where the like little thing moved. So now...
But they don't explain like how he got his powers back.
And it's full-fledged back, too.
Yeah,
like,
and they don't do a good enough job of how Wolverine comes into play. Because like I said, when they come into the end of the Wolverine movie and they're like, we need your help for something, that's in the present time, like now.
Yeah.
That's in like...
Well, and when
2014.
When he goes back in time, he's got no sense of urgency whatsoever. He's just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
And it's like Magneto and Professor X just didn't age. Like, they showed that Wolverine aged because he has, like, little gray marks here.
Yeah.
But, what happened with the future? It seems like it's just 50 years later that this crazy future happens and everything is desolate. And they just go with it. But every actor just, like, sold it for me.
Yeah.
You know? They didn't make it seem silly.
I just had to get all my, like, because I was thinking about all the continuity errors and all the stuff wrong with it, because I left feeling like, okay, I was very thoroughly entertained, but there was a lot wrong with the storylines. And because anytime you go into time travel type movies, there's going to be issues, but...
There's always issues.
But with a franchise this is his 6th movie or 7th movie, like, that's, you know, you're playing with a lot of, well, I don't know, are they just assuming that the audience hasn't watched or forgot?
About X3?
Well, yeah, pretty much X3 is, like, that whole movie is null and void now.
Yeah, it basically is. I think the studios realized that they made a huge mistake with X3. That's why they did First Class in the first place.
First Class was good.
I thought First Class was good, but I thought it was a little weak because it was a starting point for so much more, you know. But I really like this. I thought all the characters from First Class and all the other X-Men movies before it really did an awesome job blending well together.
Okay, what do you give it, man?
I enjoyed it. I liked it more than Godzilla. It's the best movie of the summer so far. I'm going to give it 5 out of 6.
What did I give Godzilla? 4?
Yeah.
Honestly...
4.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Well, I give this 4.5 as well, then. I was going to give it 4, but I thought I gave Godzilla 4. I'm giving it 4.5, because there was issues, but it was overall... The spectacle of it was amazing. Hey, new on DVD for the week of Tuesday, May 27th, 2014.
Cheap Thrills.
Endless Love.
Gambit, starring Channing Tatum.
Is it?
No.
Oh, I see what you did. The Journey to the West.
Rhymes for Young Ghouls. That's it.
Not as bad as Super Duper Alice Cooper.
Is that about Alice Cooper?
Doubt it. What? Thank you for joining us this week.
Yeah.
We're kind of on track because it's summer blockbuster. Beer time.
It's like the sun is setting on Josh right now.
It's summertime and the movies are out.
This is the equator. And that's Canada.
Okay, Ben. I haven't thought about a recommendation of any sort. Oh, what did I watch? I've watched a whole bunch of movies lately that are pretty decent, but
you can't remember any of them.
Okay, what just came out? A movie just came out on DVD, and it has Jay Baruchel, and it's like a Canadian, like try to be like a Snatch or like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels type movie, like heisty. It's the Art of the Steal.
Art of the Steal, yeah.
It's totally trying to be those kind of movies, and honestly,
You just mentioned that. What good of it?
Yeah, to you, not to them.
I know, but you said I watched The Art of the Steal.
Yeah, so it's Canadian. It's got Jay Baruchel. It's got a whole bunch of other people that you know and see.
Yeah. I'll recommend a movie called Winter's Bone.
Yeah,
Remember that?
that was your number one.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was close. No,
It was on my list.
I think it was in 2011 top 10. I think that was number 2 or 3. Yeah, for you.
Yeah, it had J-Law in.
Yeah, and well, yeah.
She got nominated, but she didn't win.
Well, she won like the next year, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, that was the movie that kicked her career.
Okay, let's go. Have a good day.
See you later. Bye.